Welcome to Toronto Maple Leafs News Today. If you love staying updated on everything about the Maple Leafs, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Let's dive into the latest news about our team. The Toronto Maple Leafs have had a busy first week of free agency. General Manager Brad Treliving knew he had to address the blue line, and he did just that. He also brought in Anthony Stolarz to pair with Joseph Woll as the goaltending duo. However, the forward group remains unchanged from last season, leaving a big question mark. Management might be hoping that Easton Cowan and Fraser Minton step up in training camp. If not, forward group will be in a very questionable position. Treliving needs to get creative to shake up the forwards. One option could be waiving Ryan Reeves to free up cap space, or signing a player to a professional tryout, PTO, followed by a league minimum contract. Alternatively, Treliving might look to move David Kampf and Kalle Järnkrok. Their combined salary of $4.5 million could be used to bring in additional players who can fulfill the same roles at a lower cost. Maple Leafs need cap space. If the Maple Leafs don't trade Mitch Marner this offseason and use his $10.9 million cap hit to balance the forward group, they'll need to move some secondary players to free up cap space. Trading Kampf and Järnkrok would free up $5.5 million in cap space. They could be traded for players who can help the roster or for draft picks to replenish the cupboard. Kampf is a reliable defensive forward but is a bit too expensive against the cap. Teams like the Utah Hockey Club, Pittsburgh Penguins, and Washington Capitals might be interested. They can take on his full $2.4 million cap hit and offer a mid-level draft pick in return. These teams would benefit from adding a defensively minded centerman who can play a shutdown role. Järnkrok is a good two-way forward, and although his $2.1 million cap hit isn't terrible, the term is quite long. Trading him for a mid-level draft pick would also be beneficial. The Nashville Predators and New York Islanders could be potential trade partners. Järnkrok started his career with the Predators, and the Islanders need depth scoring. He can score 15 to 20 goals. Potential free agent replacements. There are some good secondary scoring options that could replace these players at a reasonable cost, which might interest the Maple Leafs. Internally, Pontus Holmberg could take over Kampf's role as a fourth-line center at a much lower cost. On the open market, Sammy Blais would be a good fit. Although not known for scoring, he can be a thorn in the side of opponents. Holmberg or Connor Dewar could take the fourth-line center role, with Blais adding physicality and grit. Blais had 194 hits in 53 games with the St. Louis Blues last season, and could likely sign for around $900,000 to $1 million for one season. Daniel Sprong could replace Järnkrok. Despite not being signed yet, likely due to his asking price, Sprong is a solid secondary scoring option that the Maple Leafs should pursue. Sprong can easily score 40 to 50 points in the top 9. Last season with the Detroit Red Wings, he scored 18 goals and 25 assists. The previous season with the Seattle Kraken, he had 46 points. Sprong and Järnkrok are similar in size, but Sprong brings speed and a strong forecheck. It might cost the Maple Leafs $1.5 million for one season, but he would help provide the much-needed scoring depth. Treliving still has time to address the forward group. The Maple Leafs can't go into the 2024-25 season with the same top four and forward group returning, except for Tyler Bertuzzi. The hope is that management can find some low-cost gems who can have a big impact. To do this, they need to part ways with Kampf and Järnkrok. What do you think, Leafs fans? Should the team make these moves to improve the roster? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Toronto Maple Leafs News Today. All the latest updates.